when I was young, I did martial arts early. My dad lied to get me into the program. He said I was 5, and then yeah, I did martial arts. I mean, from 4 to 13. Um, I mean that kept me out of trouble then. You know, but as I got older, got into some other things. My dad took off, so I, was the man of the house. Started running with the homies, running with the cousins, and doing that thing. Made me who I am now. Luckily, got away from it though. Got out, got some experience. And I had a vision. I was actually at Reggae on the River. It's like reggae festival up in Humboldt. When I was 21, me and the boys used to do security out there. And I had this epiphany, I heard a voice and it said, "You're gonna start fighting when you get back." And I was like, "What?" And it said, "You're gonna start fighting when you get back." So I told my folks, I'm like, "Yo, I'm gonna start fighting when I get back." They're like, "What?" And then I've been doing this ever since.
Facts. So were you a Kings fan growing up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a Kings fan, Mitch Richmond, them guys. Yeah, we was out here, but I was a Shaq fan, a Penny Hardaway fan.
Mm-hmm.
Kobe.
Yeah, Shaq, y'all had guys like Mike Bibby, Chris Webber.
That's that basketball right there.
I
think that's talking about the 03 Kings.
Mm-hmm.
Has all the models on there.
Facts.
Light the beam, baby, light the beam. We out here.
Yeah.
Finally having some success.
The Light the Beam. Have you been in any games?
Yeah, I've been in some games. I've been in the games. It's different now. It's a lot more energy. I mean, we've had about sad seasons for the last 20 years, man. Since 03, man. Since 03, 04, they got rid of our whole team, man. They got rid of the whole team. Like you said, the Bibby, the Weber, Bobby Jackson, Christie. Man, we used to ball it up. But now we're coming back. Now we're coming back, and it's good for the city. It's good for the city. And I like the beam. You can see the beam when you're driving downtown. We'll just be driving. We'll see it up in the air. We're like,
nice.
Light it, baby.
Max, I got a question for you. My name is Pod Cherisi. It's a pleasure to meet you, man. For sure.
You too, man.
Definitely a fan for what I've seen so far. You just mentioned something about karate growing up. I'm curious how your childhood experiences translated into a career in MMA. Can you talk to me a little bit more about how you went from that and now you're sitting here in the ring? Like, how did you progress to that stage? I'm very curious how that worked out.
Yeah, so when I was young, I did Bok Fu. That was what the art was called. It was a mixture of Kung Fu, karate, Taekwondo, Jiu-Jitsu. It was like a whole mix. It was kind of like MMA because like Taekwondo, they have good kicks, Kung Fu, good movement. So like it was like a mix of everything. So I did that when I was young. Did the weapons, the slides, the nunchucks. I was big into nunchucks.
Did you just know you liked that sport? I mean, how did it end up like in that? I mean, how'd you get to that? You know what I mean? Like, how'd you figure that was the one?
Well, I watched the Ninja Turtles a lot. I was heavy on the Ninja Turtles.
Nice.
Heavy on it. I used to want to be a Ninja Turtle, to be real. I used to want to be a Ninja Turtle, and then as this kind of life went on, I got to high school and was like, I'm done with all that, gotten all the fun stuff. But when I came back, I feel like there was, like I said, I had that vision or that epiphany, but I was too good at it. I mean, even when I was younger, they wanted me to go to the Olympics for it and the Worlds and all that. I mean, we went to Worlds, but I was 13, so it was every 4 years. I was like, I would have had to wait till I was 17. It was like 4 years out, and I was just like, so I knew I was great at it. Like, and I loved it. I had passion for it. So when I started fighting again, I just, like I said, I heard that vision, started fighting again, and I was just, it was too natural, man. I was smashing, just taking off on cats, man. And, it felt good. It felt good. It felt right. Yeah. And then I knew like, this is what I do for my whole life. This is what I want to do as a living. I want to be one of the best out there and take care of my family. And I mean, I've been around the world. I've been to China. I've been to Brazil. I've been to Mexico. I've been all around fighting. You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's interesting, man. Like, I played football at Wake Forest in North Carolina, Division I football, and like you don't get to that level unless you got that dog in you, you know. Like, and you can't teach it. It's just something you've
No.
got innately. And I'm curious what inspires that dog in you.
You know, it's just in there. I mean, I've been in these fights. I mean, I've always been a competitor, and I've always gave it my all. And I mean,
Yeah.
I've had some fights where I've had fight of the night bonuses. I fought this guy in Brazil, named Eliza Zaleski dos Santos. One of my brothers, man. You fight someone that tough and hard, and you both come out. Remember backstage, we got laying both on a table, getting stitched up right next to each other. And in Brazil, they're crazy fans, man. Shout out to Brazil. They go ooh boo head up. They have like a chant. It's like you will die, you will die, you
Oh
will
my
die.
God.
Like it's crazy, man. It's wild. And the guy's never been dropped. I remember when I got that fight, I'm like, oh, this fool's good, you know. Well, I mean, I fight the best guys in the world, but this guy was a savage, you know. So remember, I dropped him. He's never been dropped. Dropped him, and then he came back and like almost dropped me. I was out on skates, and then they thought I was out. Remember, my coach picked me up in the corner. He grabbed me. He's like, "Son," he's like, "You're effed up right now." And I was like, "I know." I was like, "I'm cool though. I'm straight." And I got off the stool, went out there and put him down again. It was a wild fight, but we got fight at night. We got 50 bands for a bonus, and I used that to quit my job and use that chunk of money to pay on my bills for a year just so I could full-time fight. Because I remember when I was fighting, I'd be like, all right, y'all, got to go back to work, you know, telling you, they're like, you work? I was like, yeah, I work, you know? So now, I mean, I was in 2018, so, I mean,
Yeah,
ever since then, man, I've just been, you can't kill me, bro. Like, I'm in there. I think it's a mental thing. Like, you
absolutely.
can't break me, bro. It's hard to beat someone that won't stop. It's impossible,
Yes. Yeah.
you know? And I
Yes.
don't lose. It's like I just ran out of time. You know what I mean? Like,
Right, right.
we just ran out of time. Like, if we fought forever, like I'm gonna win. That's what it is.
What's a typical day look like for working out? Like how
It
do you like
depends, but like my Mondays are the same, my Tuesdays are the same, my Wednesdays are the same. I mean, so I wake up, cold plunge. I got a mod tub, cold plunge. It's on my patio. It's at the like 43 degrees, 42 degrees right now. So I hop in there, wake up, take out my vitamins, all my on it supplements, my heart and soil. I'm on like the liver stuff, the brain, the heart. I'm eating all that stuff in pill form, so I'm not like chewing it up, you know. But taking my supplements, and I'm out the door. Pack my bag, I'm out the door. I mean, any given day, I'm doing 3 or 4 days, so it's pro practice with Team Alpha Male, and then I'm hitting pads with Coach Joey, and then I'm uh, recovering. So I go to chiropractor twice a week, massage twice a week. I do my red light therapy. I do my PEMF therapy. There's so much I do. I have my mental coach. I talk to him weekly at a certain time and run through things. But every day, I mean, I recover midday, and that like as I get older, the recovery really matters. Like um, I do kin stretch to get stretched out, like my yoga stuff. I do stuff every day because if I train in the morning and I don't do that stuff, I feel like shit later in the night to go train again, and I'm training run down. I like to try to feel as 100 close to 100% as I can every day. That way I can perform and you're not getting hurt. I mean, if you're going to practice and you're tired, and that's how you get injuries. That's how you make mistakes. And at this level, man, we got to keep it pumping. We got to keep elevating, learning, growing, and um, keeping it
Yeah.
popping, man.
no doubt.
So
Really.
how did you meet Ira, Max, and get involved with First Inning?
Ira, shout out to Ira. Met him on LinkedIn. I met him on LinkedIn actually. I mean, I've kind of seen his stuff for a couple of years. I've been on LinkedIn for a while. I'm one of the only UFC guys on LinkedIn. I think more guys are kind of getting on there. And I do have a corporate background. I used to work at Blue Shield of California, and the corporate real estate side is doing all this stuff. So I have like I'm not just like a dumb fighter, you know. I have more. I was dealing with CEOs. I was dealing with VPs and stuff. I know how to speak in these rooms, and I was going to San Francisco in these board carpet rooms, and you know they look at me coming in there and they think, oh, who's this guy? And then I knock the socks off them, you know. So
Hmm.
really, I do a lot of my branding stuff on LinkedIn. I feel like you got to be kind of spread everywhere. You can't just put all your eggs in one basket. And I know fighting's not forever. Like even though I'm getting better now, and it's usually not like that as you get older. You know, shit, I've been fighting for 17 years now. In the UFC, 7 years. This is my 15th, 16th UFC fight, but I'm getting faster. I'm getting stronger. I'm getting smarter. Like I'm hitting harder. Cause I want to learn, you know, I want to learn every day. Like, I feel like once you think, oh, you know everything, oh, I know it all. And then you start going in the dump. So I know that, I still got many years of fighting me, but I'm not putting an expiration date on it. But just thinking in the future, like, yo, I got to do stuff. I don't want to work at Walmart when I'm done. I don't want to do any stuff like that. I want to keep it peeing, keep it doing what I'm doing in the fight world and in the sports world. You know, I am getting into the like commentary stuff and even the little movie stuff. You know,
There you go.
just keeping the realm, keeping the same vibe around. And Ira reached out, you know, saw what I was doing and liked my reach and liked how I carried myself and what I could do. And we were going back and forth for months, man. And yeah, now it's First Inning Ventures. I'm gonna be working on the MMA side, really spearheading that. I'm a shareholder, part owner, and it's perfect. Sports agency is gonna take off. It's already booming, man. There's so many good people involved in it. It's like, wow, man. I knew that this road that I'm doing is gonna take me to the next thing, and that's kind of how you got to look at life. Like if you're doing the right stuff and you're putting passion in it and doing right by people, like the next evolution is gonna happen. As long as you're surrounded by the right people, and Iris swooped in, man, and here we are.
Nah, yeah, I feel that. Yeah, you guys are doing a lot of things, and we're gonna do a lot. No, he got things planned. You guys are gonna be investing in professional sports teams, whether it's cricket, soccer, Formula One. So yeah, you guys are gonna be all over the place on top of being a sports agency. So you know, that's lit to be involved in that for sure. So who gave you the nickname Pain, bro? How'd you get that?
Man, there's a lot. I guess there's a lot behind that. Um, I don't know about first off, second off, but Max Payne, the video game, I was real big on that when I was younger.
Classic.
Max Payne was a beast, a beast in that. I used to rap too a little bit. Max Payne was my rap name back in the day.
Okay.
I used to gas too, so yeah, Max Payne. Then it kind of stuck, Max Payne. I'm fighting. I bring the pain, bro. I knocked someone's ear off their head.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all didn't know that, I'm
We
an
gonna
ear
get to
collector
that.
too.
Yeah.
Ear collector. Wow.
We gonna get to that. And then you said you used to be a rapper,
It
so were you a hip
fits.
hop fan growing up, or how is that? Who was you listening to growing
What's
up?
that?
Yeah, who was your idol?
What's that?
Who's you listening to in the hip hop world? You said you used to rap, so who's you messing with?
We did like a lot of old school SAG rappers. I still mess with them. All the Bay Area stuff. Yuck Mouth. Shout out to Yuck. We actually did a song. He did a song for me with the Loonies. One of my fight songs. We have a music video and everything. Him, Cuzzo Fly. But old school. Looney Coleon, X-Rated. Like we was out here, man. We was out here.
All right, and I know you a foodie, bro. So what? I know you into the food and you got your own hot sauce brand, and we're gonna dive into that as well. So what's your favorite meals, and so how has your kind of meals changed from when you're chilling and then preparing for a fight?
Oh man. Luckily, I work out so hard that I really don't gotta watch what I eat that much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing it for so long. I remember back in the day, like I used to have a coach. We used to have us like measure protein, and I'm not talking about like in the scoop. I'm talking like chicken has a different like density than like turkey. Like turkey, you gotta eat a lot of turkey
Yeah.
to make up for like a piece of steak. So like the volume, like different meat has different like consistencies and volumes of protein. I don't know if you knew that. It's like 4 ounces of steak isn't the same protein as like 4 ounces of freaking turkey. So like it got real specific. It was like over specific. Like it doesn't got to be that serious. Now it's portion size. But I mean, my favorite meals. I mean, after fights back in the day, I used to do like burger. That was like my reward. You know, I'd eat like tuna and spinach for months. You
Yeah.
know, like out the can, like torturing myself. Like why? I don't know. But that's before I knew really what the game was. It worked. But now I eat a lot. Like they tell me, I mean, it depends like on your metabolism and if you're burning carbs versus burning fats. Like now it's so specific on how your body runs. I was more of like and you got to be both. You if you burn like there's a scale on how your body works. You do these different blood tests and these different DEXA scans and all these different things, and you need to be able to burn carbs and burn fat. So you need to be in the middle. If you burn carbs, have the ability to burn carbs, it's a fast burning carb. You get the energy fast and you eat the bagel and you have juice versus eating like some peanut butter or something like that, avocado, that's like a slow burner. So you got to your body has to be able to do both. So, I mean, even recently I just started eating more, man. Like my coach, I did my test and I was more fat burner. Like, do you need to burn carbs more? So I've been powering down the food, man. I've been light lately. I've been eating. But I mean, for food that I like, I love sushi, man. I love all kinds of food, really. Sushi, even like everything, man. Mexican food,
Yeah.
soul food,
Mm-hmm.
Mediterranean food. Like I go to any restaurant and like order what I need. And it's more about timing when I eat. Like yeah, I don't eat carbs hella at night because you're just gonna like turn into sugar and like cause you gain weight. But I could eat carbs during the day. I could eat a big burger. I could eat hella bread. I could have lasagna, pasta. Just gotta be like before a workout. Pizza. It just has to be before a workout. Because if it's not, it just stores. But if you work out after, you burn that shit off. And I mean, it's like I love to eat. Yeah, I'm gonna drop some food content soon because people listen to what I say, man. Like I've had a following and I've kept it 100 this whole time, so they know I'm like, yo, go to this restaurant. They're gonna go and order this. They're gonna go. If I say don't go there, they're not gonna go. So I feel like I should use that because I love to eat. It's one of my favorite things.
Flea Flow, and then you got a hot sauce brand with Big Unk. So how'd y'all come into that, and how that go down?
I got it right here, actually.
Yeah.
Shout out to Big Unk,
Shout out
Strong Arm Bar and Grill. Yeah, I'm actually eating the ear on there. That's an ear I'm eating. They're like, is that a wing? No, it's an ear, bro. But yeah, I mean, he reached out. I mean, I was getting his rubs probably for a couple years now. Solid guy. He's like a pro barbecuer, man. I go out to his house every probably like twice a year. We went like last month. Oh my god, all his homies are pro barbecuers. So there's 20 dudes there, all of them making their favorite stuff, and they're showing off for each other. Man, it's incredible. But I mean, yeah, these guys know what they're doing, bro. All these smokers, all these different things. They got the sausages that are like look like cinnamon rolls. They're like rolled in a circle, and they all have all these different styles of making these pizzas. They all put this stuff on. But he knows I like food, and his rubs are smacking. So he's like, what do you think about doing hot sauce? I said, let's do it. So
eat that.
tried some out, and it came out awesome. It's great. It's a great hot sauce, not just because I like it or just because my face is on it, but I don't put out any bunk. You know what I mean? Like I have a reputation to uphold, and once you do anything whack, like. Man, you got your word in your balls, man, and you can't break them for nobody, man. But a lot of people just put out stuff that's not good, And then once they do that, or people that lie and stuff, and you can't be one of those type of people. People gotta believe what you're saying, and you believe what you're saying by being authentic, man, and having solid stuff, even representing solid companies. I remember back in the day, I used to have so many sponsors. I'd do whatever people wanted to come. I even had like air and shit, like all kinds of just random stuff that people paid me for, wanted me to do. Then it's like, yo, you gotta kind of pick and choose who you represent, and that goes a long way, man. It goes a long way.
Yeah, I feel that we're gonna dive into some fight stuff. So as you mentioned, I know you fight Santos and got fight of the night, and got a bonus. So how do you make your fight so entertaining, bro? Like you an entertaining ass fighter. So
Man, I'll die in there, bro. I think that's why. I don't care. I want to put the guy away, and it's him or me, and it's gonna be him. I'm gonna give it all I got and battle test it. I think a lot of it's my training too. We don't like patty cake around, and even the old school. I mean, we kind of toned it down. We were getting hurt a lot. I mean, we used to do stuff where it was like 4-on-1, 3-on-1, like full contact. I'm not talking like kind of messing around. I'm talking, yo, these three dudes are gonna try to knock you out. I mean, your heart's pounding. You're scared to get in there. And this is a small cage. This is like a little rectangle cage, and it was brutal, man. It would get your heart. I mean, I was scared, bro. Like, these are pro fighters. It's not just like you're fighting some bums on the street. Like three guys I mean, whew. But my coach Dave Marinola, man, had us running through the gauntlet, nonstop, no breaks, throwing up, getting back out there, sprints, like fighting to the death, basically. And that's like my upbringing. So now everything is a little more calculated, just so we're not getting hurt. We're not getting paid either. So it's like, we're not getting paid to kill each other right now. I'd rather save that for ESPN. But I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I've been doing this for a whole life, and it's what I do. I love it. Like, I love it. I love it. Oh, I love it. Yeah, I love it. I've seen so many people like come and go too. I've been probably seen thousands of people that I thought were gonna make it, not gonna make it. But you have to be a real dog, man. To it's not for the faint of heart. You really get hurt out there.
Yeah, and you had a big ass viral moment at Fight Night 182 in 2020. You almost ripped your opponent's ear off, bro, with the elbow to the skull. So his ear was hanging off. So what was going through your head when his ear was hanging off in that moment?
It was disgusting. I'm not a squeamish guy, but I remember, first of all, I didn't like the guy. He was talking trash, talking about he's gonna come in there and submit me and choke me out. Like, hold on, fool. Like, don't disrespect me like that. So I had a little chip on my shoulder for him, and pieced him up, beat the pulp out of him. He had two black eyes, just looked bad. Punched him in his ear. I didn't even know it was coming off yet. But I punched him in the ear, kind of sliced it. He's dizzy. I follow up on him, get him on the cage. I like, break it off, break him off, break off. Like, get away. And I was like, no. I got something for him. Hit him with an elbow. Bam! And then I put my braids on him, my head control on him again. And then next thing I know, bro, I pulled back. I seen a hole in his head, bro. I seen a hole. It was on my face. I was like, I pulled back. I was like, oh my God. And he was like, what? He made like the face like, what? And the ref, Mark Smith, shout out to Mark Smith, he ran over there. I knew it was over. Yeah, anytime you get something, I've never seen nothing like that, but I know bad cuts.
When your ear's off, I think it's probably over.
I was like, oh, it's over. Peace. I hopped up. By the time, when I seen it and I seen the ref, I didn't even wait. I'm out. Hopped on the cage. There's a picture of me sitting on the cage. There's blood coming out of my head, blood in my teeth, blood on my chest. It was like a primal, like, gladiator moment, bro. But it was viral, man. It was on World Star, New York Post. My son was 10 at the time. His friends seen it at school. Your dad was on TikTok and all this stuff. It was nasty though. It was nasty. Yeah, I still think about it. I actually got a tattoo of it. Um, you kind of see it right here.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
crazy. He wasn't
As
there
a
that night. It was over. Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah, and he
fire.
goes after the fight. He goes, I feel like you kind of had like a problem here or something. I was like, you said you're gonna come there and choke me out. I don't like that. He's like, well, I thought I could box with you. I'm like, I thought wrong, didn't you? And that was like, I don't like him. I mean, I don't know. He's okay. I can see. I mean, he helped me go viral on that, so I don't mind him that much. But hey, don't talk shit, man. Like we're fighting. Like we're gonna fight. So don't give me any more reason to hurt you more. So
Yeah, facts. And then that
part of the
even led
game,
so
man.
talk.
partnership with Knockdown Earbuds. How that happened?
Shout out to Knockdown. Well, I had cauliflower ear. It's hard to it was hard to put in earbuds. But they actually had them. I don't know if they're still around, but they actually put like a putty in your ear. Because I mean,
Mhm.
what do you call it? It's hurt, man. Like I've been hitting the ear so much and wrestled so much. My shit is hard, bro. Like it's hard, bro. Like y'all ears probably flop. My shit does not flop. Like I'm putting pressure, bro. This is like
Yeah.
a rock, bro. I used to have to drain them. I drain them every week for like 6 months, bro. Yeah, they fill up, they get big, and the little AirPods just hella hurt, bro. Like there's just not enough space, but they actually form in your ear like a mouthpiece. They send you putty and smash the putty in your ear, and then they send it back and they 3D print the freaking thing and just boop fits perfect. They don't come out and stuff. So yeah, shout
Were
out to
you training in
Knockdown.
them? Were you training in them?
Yeah,
Were you training?
yeah. You can hit the back because I'll hit, and the freaking headphones will freaking spin around and spin off because we got velocity. You know what I mean? We hitters over here.
Yeah, facts. So when you going into a fight, how do you stay mentally focused, like during the lead up and like and things like that? How you stay focused?
I'd say I put that on my mental coach. We do um, so much work every week, day in and day, even day in and day out. Give me these different tools. I mean, I believe it's no stone unturned. So we do like a 3 and 3 every day. Every day, 3 things I did well, 3 things I could work on, and really putting that extra time into your craft. Like, or I got kicked in the body today, or I choked dude out today. You could like really build on your progress and really learn and see what you're doing, and really craft your stuff, man. You got to do the hard stuff. You got to do stuff you don't want to do. It's about the commitment to being the best, and that's doing stuff that's difficult. That's stuff you don't want to do, and we do that every day. And we fix mistakes, and we're aware. I think it's my preparation. My preparation, and then finding what it takes to be the best for me. Everyone's different. Some people like being mad. Some people, but when you're mad, you're kind of slow. You're telegraphing. So for me, it's like having fun. It's having fun. When I knocked that guy's ear off, that was the first camp me and him did together. That was the first fight me and my mental coach had together. I've been with him ever since. But he said have fun out there, and I really did. Instead of being like nervous, which I mean, you feel the nerves, right? You feel it. I mean, you're going in there. There's cameras in your face. There's a crowd, but you have to know like what makes me the best, and it's enjoying it and being excited and kind of changing those emotions into positive ones. Not like ignoring this, like, oh, I don't have butterflies. You do have butterflies. That's your stomach turning off. That's like a fight or flight thing happening. Like it's a physical thing happening. So yeah, when you get butterflies, that's your digestive system turning off. Like, cause you don't need that when you're gonna fight. Same with your palms getting sweaty. You're being like we're mammals. It's like you're getting slippery, like to get away from the enemy. So it's like these changes that are happening, you got to know why they're happening and kind of reframe them in your mind, and then just know like this is what I do. I love this. This is what I do. I'm getting paid a bunch of money, come out here and f this guy up, and he's trying to hurt me. So it's him or me, and then it's breathe. You got to breathe too. We get so caught up in not breathing, you just Believe me, when you're out there, it's hard to breathe. So you just gotta breathe and just be confident in what you've done, the work you've done, man, and the training. If you believe in your training and believe in your coaches and believe in the hard work you've done, and there's nothing more you could have done, then you're ready. It's like taking a test and you know the answers. But if you didn't study, you were out not doing what you're supposed to do, like, you should be nervous. But if you did everything you did, if you did more than what you should have done, then you're gonna be
Nice.
victorious.
Yeah, and then you've seen the UFC evolve since the start of your career and joining them, bro. Over the last decade, the UFC's became huge. So, what do you think about that? And it's been growing in popularity. So, what's your opinion on the growth of the UFC over the last decade?
They've been blowing up. It's a lot more sportish now. I mean, you still get hurt, but it's a lot more sportish. WME IMG bought them. I think right when I got signed. I got signed in 2016. I think they bought them in 2016. So, like, they got rid of the sponsors. We don't have the Reebok. Now it's Venom. We're on ESPN now,
Yeah.
I think we just merged with TKO, which is WWE. So it's just getting bigger. It's getting bigger. I remember, watching Sports Center as a kid, ESPN, and
Mm.
now you're like, where's your fight? People ask me, like, not everyone knows I'm UFC, but they're like, oh, you fight? I'm like, yeah, a little bit, They're like, okay, well, you fight local? No, I'm like, yeah, I'm in the UFC. They're like, okay, so, you fight local, or, no, like, ESPN, bro, like, UFC. They're like, UFC? I'm like, bro, like, ESPN, man. ESPN
Yeah.
Plus, like, check you out. Yeah, so people, you say, yeah, I fight UFC, they're like local, or nah, bro, like UFC, because I
Big
think
stage.
people
Yeah.
people get it confused. People think MMA and UFC are the same. People be like, oh, you do, or people be like, yeah, my son does UFC. I'm like, okay, you mean he does MMA? Like NFL is NFL. That's like saying, yeah, my son does NFL. You know, like if he's a kid, my son does NFL. No, he plays football. So MMA, a lot of people get that confused. UFC is the top of the top of the top, the highest league there is. That's the NFL. MMA is mixed martial arts, which could be everything, right? That's like saying I play football, but you could be in the NFL. So yeah, a lot of people get that UFC, yeah, or I do UFC. Like, okay, all right.
Now, level, every level is levels to it for sure. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. And
yeah.
then, so when you preparing for a fight, man, and what do you find most effective when you going into the fight? Like preparation, is there specific drills that go into it? I know you touched on it a little earlier about those 3 days you used to have. How does that go in?
Well,
Right, shifting your mindset.
yeah. So they say, oh, it's nothing different when you get a fight. I think it is, but I'm always in camp. Some people, I only see people in the gym when they have a fight. It's like, you need to be in the gym all the time. I do. Like, that's what I do. I train. I fight twice a year, 3 times a year. So I'm training the whole time, and now we're at a level where we're the best in the world, and it's small things. It's the smallest things that make a difference. It's not about being in the room with 100 guys beating each other up. It's doing one-on-one. It's certain pad drills. It's drilling certain moves like over and over and over and over and over. It's getting your heart rate up to a certain point and for a certain distance, and it's the little things, man. It's the little things. Like when you're younger, it's big things, but when you're bigger, when you're higher up in the game, it's the little things. Whether it's like now I'm fighting a shorter guy. He's like 5'7", 5'8", or something. So I'm not gonna be sparring guys that are 6'4". The last 4 fights I was fighting these tall southpaw guys, and it's like, so in those moments I'm sparring with tall southpaw guys. They're throwing certain things at me, or if a guy likes certain wrestling moves, or he has a big hook, then I'm gonna be just working on defending that big hook from a tall guy. So it just gets really specific on who I'm fighting. I don't really give a shit what they're gonna do. but at least I'm ready for it and I've seen it and I'm prepared. Because if you're not prepared, man, you have no chance. Give yourself a chance. But I love that. I mean, even like strength and conditioning wise, shout out to Limit Game Fit, one of the best in the business. If I'm fighting like a strong guy, I do more strength stuff. If I need to be on my bike more and move around, then I'm doing more like agility stuff. It depends like who you're fighting, and we can fine tune with all my coaches what we're gonna work on for the best like rate of success. And I think I love that the most. I love getting a new guy. Like, ooh, okay, how are we gonna beat him? And then we do stuff that beats him, we beat him, and then on to the next, man. And every guy you beat, it's like you put that another feather in your cap. You know, that little star on your badge, you know, like, oh, I've seen this guy. I fought Mike Perry. He's the king of violence, king of bare knuckles. Shout out to Mike Perry. I beat him up, though, back in the day in 2018 and back in Orlando. But he's knocked everyone out dead, smoked everybody. When I fought him, I pieced him up. So it's like you everyone you fight, like you learn a little bit more about yourself and you get better. I learned to defend those big punches. I look fighting these great grapplers. I'm learning how to defend these takedowns. And when you get to the next fight, you have that in your bag already. You know how to defend takedowns. You know how to do this. So it's just you get so good, and I love it. I love growing, man.
I feel that. So yeah, stay ready so you don't got to get ready. That's how it go. And then
Yep.
Max, you want to talk a little bit about, we're a venture capital firm investing in startups and entertainment, sports, and the creator economy. So outside of the hot sauce and the earbuds, have you made any other investments outside the ring? Whether it's like real estate, other consumer brands, or tech? What do you like?
I am working on some kind of little bit of tech stuff. I got some kind of working on my own metaverse kind of thing right now. I can't talk too much about it because people be poaching ideas. So I got that thing going on. It's gonna be good. But I like helping the kids, man. I mean, I do a lot of like public speaking engagements with the kids. I have a couple kids, and it makes a difference. So really, um, I wouldn't say I made a bunch of monetary investments, but I've been making um, community investments per se. And but the kids need help. I love doing assemblies. I love speaking to them. There's schools I talk to, especially in like the worst neighborhoods, the low income neighborhoods. They need help, and if I could have someone that cares, like me, and show interest and show them there's other ways, to get the job done and believe in yourself and don't listen to what people say about you and have discipline and getting the job done. It works, man. These kids, they write me letters still. I go get letters, and my brother was calling me fat, but I lost 10 pounds since you came and talked to us, and there's little stuff like that really makes a difference for me. And especially how the world is now. It's so upside down in some ways, but we gotta have people that care, and they feel it, man.
Max, I've been a sports and entertainment wealth advisor for the better part of my career. So I work with a lot of athletes, entertainers who make investments, build financial plans, and to hear you speak about mentorship in that capacity is really big. Something I heard you say earlier that could be a form of mentorship is how you used your money, your resources early on in your career to then in turn be of benefit to you down the road. You said you had $50,000 that you turned around and spent towards your career. Talk to me a little bit more about what that looked like and what went through your mind as you were processing that to develop yourself into the champion you are right now.
Yeah, really. If that didn't happen, I don't know where I'd be. Really, I looked at. I mean, fight of the night in Brazil. If I didn't get that money, I'd still be working. So I mean, they only do 2 fights a night in the cold card. I think there was 15 fights, and I mean we had a freaking war. And I looked at it as a gift. I looked at it as a gift from God. Really, like, man, if I didn't get that 50,000, and I lost that fight. I lost, so I made half my money. It's like, damn, would I still be working? Would I? But I had to use that as a gift. Like, yo, if I didn't make that, if if that didn't happen, but it did. So I was like, yo, I have to use this. I don't need to work. I need to put all my mind in the fighting. and I mean it's paid dividends. It's paid
So it sounds
dividends.
like
Just
you reinvested in yourself with those resources to get, I guess, get to the next level. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, exactly. If you got to bet on yourself, man. You got to bet on
Yeah.
yourself. And I had an opportunity, a lump sum to make it happen. I never had no lump sum like that, growing up or
Right.
whatnot. Never had any money like that. Born into nothing, single mom and freaking
Yeah.
always been grinder. So to get that, especially off a fight, I'm like, yo, I made more in 15 minutes than I made in all year. I'm like, hold on,
Mhm.
I made or about the same. I'm like, I made that much in 15 minutes versus 365 days. I'm like, I need to be fighting. I need to be
Yeah.
fighting. And plain and simple. Plain and simple. So
So who's
we'll talk
helped you
more until I talk to
parlay?
you more.
No doubt, no doubt. Tell me who's helped you parlay those winnings into good investment ideas, opportunities. I heard you mention the sauce. I hear you're getting earbuds. Who are you getting advice from, or how do you parlay those bonuses, those winnings into sound investment decisions?
I mean, I work with a couple of people. Jeff Wood. I have like mentors and stuff that I talk to. Charles. I have people that I know that are doing stuff with their money. But I look like I need someone more like you. You know what I mean? Something that could something that,
Absolutely.
that can help me parlay this thing. Really.
Yeah. And then Max, on that front, bro, you became one of the biggest fighters in the world. So is this something that you dream? Is this in your wildest dreams as a kid? That you'll be fighting Super Bowl weekend, the biggest weekend of the year, fighting for the biggest, fighting league in the world, by far. Like, it's not close. Like, nothing's close to the UFC. So is
Mhm.
this something you
Yep.
imagine growing up, or yeah? How does it feel now to like soak it in like a
I'm grateful for it. I I don't want to say I'm used to it because I mean, it's hard to say like, yo, I'm used to this, which I am. But to keep me level headed and that, I'm fortunate for this. Like, there's only a certain number, a few, I don't know how 500, how many people athletes from the world, but it's so hard to get to UFC and then to win and stay here. Like, this is my fifth contract. Been here 7 years. It's hard just the level just levels up when you get to the UFC. You're fighting the best guys. They're having you fight guys from Russia and Dagestan and from like they're flying people in to beat you, and they think you're going to beat you. So to be able to still win and still be here and be able to live my life the way I live it, and I have so much flexibility. Like if my son has an assembly or he's speaking or doing this or going to a football game or going to wrestling, I can go. I make my own schedule. I don't need for nothing. I'm having fun. I'm hanging out with my friends all day, beating each other up. I'm with like-minded people who just want to get better. Like my circle's so great, and it's about intent. A lot of people, you don't know people's like motives and stuff and that in this world, but the people who I'm with we all want to win, and we all want to see each other win. And to be in a bubble like this is there's nothing but growth, man, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be here. Um, yeah, I mean, every day, I'm thankful, and it helps. It helps. It helps. I think gratitude is like the currency of life. It might sound corny, but if you have gratitude and you're thankful for stuff, life is just better, man. Life's better. The right stuff happens. The right people come in. The right opportunities. It's true, man. These people are always talking smack about people and being negative. Like that becomes you, man. That becomes you and your circumstances. But if you're thankful for what's going on and you're doing the right things and you know it in your heart, like the world pumps, man. Life could be great.
yeah. So
So,
you're a
so Max,
winner.
if we go back to your younger self, what will you tell you? What would you have done differently to get where you are today?
Nothing. Not a damn thing.
Nothing.
Not a damn thing. Not even one thing. Not even one thing. I feel like, yeah, a lot of people say, I wish I would have did this, or I wish you would have did that. Like, you wouldn't be who you are now, even the bad stuff. It's like, if like if my dad wasn't so bad, he's not that bad, but he wasn't there. So it's like I I wouldn't be the best dad I am if my dad wasn't bad. You know, if like that pushes you to be great. It could push you to be weak and like wallow in your sorrow and do bad things, or you could be like, I'm never gonna be like that. I'm gonna be like this. You know, like so you have to turn your circumstances into success, man. And every single bad thing that happened to me, like I've done dumb shit. People done dumb shit to me, but I wouldn't have learned from those circumstances. I wouldn't have grown. I wouldn't have known what not to do. I wouldn't have known what to do. But every single thing that's ever happened, I'm thankful for it because I would not be sitting here talking to you guys. It's like the butterfly effect, man. Like you gotta, everything, yeah, everything matters. And if everything didn't happen, even the bad stuff, you wouldn't have learned. You wouldn't have learned, and you learn from your losses, man. So I take all those L's with the smile, and I'm still here, baby. We out here.
Hear that?
Yeah, facts. And then, bro, this was a fire episode. I hope you enjoyed it. So, thanks for joining us. We really enjoyed you. Good luck in the fight versus Jeremiah Wells on February 10th in Vegas. Everybody tune in, support our guy. That's my birthday too, so it's gonna be lit.
Let's
We
go.
definitely gonna turn up. So let's get it.
No,
Yeah,
thanks
turn
y'all
up.
for having me, man. It's been an honor, been a pleasure, and I'll see y'all again soon, man.
You got it.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for coming on the show. I appreciate